What's going on, paisanos? V here, coming at you with another Marco Watch today. Before I get, I want to say a special thanks to Jordan and Darcy, both of my new Patreons. I forgot to mention I usually do Patreons. I have links down below if you guys want to check that out. Darcy, thank you especially to you, because you've been a Patreon for about a week, and I had it saved my phone to mention my Marco Watches. I always like to mention in the beginning, and I kind of forgot, so I'm sorry about that, Darcy. Thank you once again for being a Patreon, and of course, you, Jordan, my newest Patreon. Thank you so much, guys. The market has a lot of weird things happening with it, as far as non-meta cards, and I think that's what we're going to be talking about today. Before I begin, guys, I just want to say, please make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, comment down below. If you have a comment question, type in hashtag Q for V, and I'd love to answer your comment question in my next video. That's simple. Now, guys, the market has cards that have so much value, so much potential, and I've been talking a lot about meta lately, and there's a reason why, by the way. I talk about the meta because we're really going into a very, we're in a very heavy meta season, but the season's very short. In a short amount of time, you have your regionals, we have YCS in Tennessee, and then we have nationals. And then right afterwards, we have World Celebration, and every Yu-Gi-Oh player has to adhere to the World Celebration list. So we have a lot going on in a very short amount of time. We go right back in the regional season, so the meta is really, it's compact, but there's so much happening in that time. And I really get the chance to talk about cards that aren't meta. And I love talking about these cards. In this video, we're going to talk about a lot of these cards that aren't meta. If anyone out there that's watching this video that's going, well, V, I only play meta, I don't need this video, you're wrong. These non-meta cards have value because not only the unavailability of these cards for a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players, but because these cards can become meta one day. And when they do, we've seen in the past, time and time again, these cards hit some pretty crazy numbers. But what might not become meta again is Dark Magician. Speed Duel Tournament Pack 1. Do me a favor, go to your locals and ask them if they have any Speed Duel Tournament Pack 1. Any, at all, zero, should they get any in? Very few OTS stores have Speed Duel Tournament Packs. Very few. I am fortunate enough to have a Speed Duel community as far as getting Speed Duel OTS Tournament Pack 1s in my shop. For my community, so my players are very happy about that. But I know a lot of players, a lot of OTS stores that just don't have this stuff right here, and we're seeing something that we haven't seen in any other OTS pack in a very long while. Sustained value. Look at Dark Magician from Speed Duel Tournament Pack 1. Its market price has not changed from its current price point. It's $76. It's been $76 since it came out. And by the way, if you're trying to keep record, Speed Duel Tournament Pack 1 came out around the same time as OTS Pack 10. The value difference of OTS Pack 10, as we talked in my Market Watch yesterday, has declined. But in Speed Duel Tournament Pack 1, it's maintained value. In fact, a lot of cards maintain value. And listen, I know if you don't want to put money in and pay $76 to get your Dark Magicians, Ultra Rares. I get it. We already have Ultra Rares. We have Ultimate Rares. We don't need this, V. And I'm there with you. But look at the other cards in Speed Duel Tournament Pack 1. Toon Table Content Super Rares are $6. A little bit less than their $8 price point. Lord D is $5. Wonder Wand, $5. Time Wizard is $6. And go back to a couple of days ago, my other Market Watch, in which I discussed Time Wizard. Every rarity Time Wizard always maintains a high price point, except common. And we're starting to see that what happened with Time Wizard from Speed Duel OTS Pack 1, there's not many prices left. But this card's a $6 super rare. You got other cards over here, like Elegant Egotist, Harpy Lady 1 for my Harpy friends, Black Illusion Ritual, and this is the lowest value card. And this is where it gets weird. Entry for Speed Duel events are $5. In that $5 entry, everyone gets 2 Speed Duel OTS Pack 1. Do you see what I'm getting at here? Once again, you get 2 Speed Duel OTS Pack 1s. In those 2 Speed Duel OTS Pack 1s, you get 2 cards, and the cheapest card in Speed Duel OTS Pack 1 is Black Illusion Ritual. It is $5. Guess like you guys might want to consider playing Speed Duels. Some of you might go, well, V, the Speed Duel format is stale. It's trash. I don't like it. And I agree with you. It's really trash. Like super duper trash. There's a little bit, wait, hold on a second. There's a little bit of difference though, because the new Speed Duel set's coming out, Attack from the Deep, and it might actually change the meta. We actually might have more of a meta in Speed Duels. Hopefully. For me looking at the spoilers, we might be seeing things happen. So keep an eye out for this. Because Speed Duels is eventually going to evolve to something, as we've seen Duel Links evolve with a big variance in their meta. I'm not a big fan of Duel Links, though. I like physical Yu-Gi-Oh! Moving forward, deck core alert. Darklords. No, seriously, Darklords. The most expensive Darklord card is Darklord Ixchel. The card's about $4 in the market price, and we're seeing it roughly around $4. It's actually, yeah, about $4. Now, I know, I'll discuss TCG Player's new shipping policy at the end of this video, by the way, if anyone that's concerned about that. But $4 for Darklord Ixchel. That's the most expensive card for Darklords. Came out in Destiny Soldiers. You can buy boxes for $50. Realistically, the boxes should be easily around 40. They're even cheaper if you can find them on eBay, maybe. Destiny or Celestia is the only card that has value. It's about $12. And then look at the rest of the Darklords. It's dirt cheap. All the Darklords are dirt cheap. Oh yeah, Alert came in here, and Alert's right now roughly around $3. This card's gonna be expected to hit about $5 soon. Alert's always go up in value after they pass their printing. And being the fact that Alert Super Rare hasn't been reprinted in a good amount of time, don't be surprised if Alert Dr. Super Rare hits back to $5. This kind of reminds me of like what's that, 10,000 Hands. Oh my god, I forgot the name of the card. Is it Manju or Senju? I always forgot the name of the card. It could be, I'm pretty sure it's this one. This card has a bunch of printings. And look at that hidden summon, the last Super Rare reprinting. This card used to be like $1, $2 max. It's hitting near $3, almost near $4. It's doing the same thing as the Lure. So these are cards you really want to at least grab a playset of for yourself, because they might go back up in value. Hell, if you want a higher value version of Manju, you can see it over here, the DT6. They're about almost near $9 to $10, and rightfully so. It's a good card. DT is probably the most highest value version out of all the other versions. Now, as far as Alert, it's Ulti Alert. I'm not even gonna look at that card. It's insanely expensive. But you know what isn't insanely expensive? Battle Fader. Battle Fader has a market price of roughly $10. Lightly played versions are a little under that price point, and then start hitting around $10. First edition Battle Faders are about $20. $20 for some Battle Faders. Battle Faders slowly went up in value, and nobody noticed. I talked about Battle Faders about, I think, a year ago, and they spiked them in value from like $3 from Ulti First Editions, and everyone freaked out. The market. Battle Faders is one of those hand traps that actually is not really much of a trap. It's just like, here, hits the field, and it says you can't special summon cards. But there's a lot of weird ways to get around Battle Fader. Cards like there's ways like if you attack and you pop your monster, that kind of could work. Or is that Whistle Scarecrow? You definitely Solemn Strike this card all day long. Nevertheless, Battle Fader is a great hand trap. Ultimate Rare came out in absolute power force, and it's a card that, once again, if you get for cheap, get it as fast as possible, because first edition versions are $20. Unlimited are hitting their 10s. Half value, so it's kind of easy to remember, but a lot of stores haven't caught up on this. So Battle Fader is relatively low in store counters. Seriously, grab this card as fast as possible, just because it's going up in value in general. Then we have Chaos Goddess. Now, I don't want to sound like a weeaboo. I ain't going to be that guy. I'm not going to be a weeaboo. But I have 9 Chaos Goddesses. I just love the artwork of this card. I think the card has amazing artwork, and I really felt like Konami, I wish they went this route with the artwork, with a lot of artwork and a small picture kind of route. They did it with some cards, and even later they did it after Shining Darkness. They've done it with some cards with like Prophecy Destroy and whatnot, but they really haven't went back to this kind of artwork style. It's really beautiful artwork, and that's the reason why I got this card. This card used to cost $3, and I was getting laughed at for buying it, because who buys a $3 card? Secret Rare for Shining Darkness solo printings. This idiot. Market price of Chaos Goddess is roughly around $9, but look over here, limited on lightly played, it's $10 already. First edition versions of this damn weeaboo card is $15. All day, 15s, and the price point easily goes higher in value. This guy has about 5 of them at $19, but once that 5 was broken, I mean, it goes up to 20, but let's be honest, this card's going to go a lot higher unless it starts getting reprints. I think it should get a reprint already, but if this is not getting... And by the way, this isn't for playability. This is for collectability. This is only... I mean, unless the meta is so dank, this card becomes a good card. I don't see it happening, but I think collectors really like Chaos Goddess. Once again, just because the artwork is gorgeous. It really is very nice artwork. Elector, Sovereign of Birds. A card that came out in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Mega promos. There's other versions I'll get to in a second. The market price of Electors are $4. Well, you've seen this market watch. You know that's not what's going to happen. It's sold out all over the place. You got damaged versions, about $2. And then you got moderately played limited, which is also about $2. Realistically, this card is sold out. That's it. But you know what? Most stores don't know that, and they have it in their dollar binders. You can go hit the dollar binders up and get the ultra rare. Ultra rare Elector is what you want. Any other version's trash. No, seriously. Well, if TCG Player could work for me, that'd be okay. You got the Starfall Rare, which is about $1 with the new shipping crap. You got Turtle Pack 6, the rare, once again $1. Commons about $1. That's all it is. It's really nothing. Then we got Red Ice Flare, Metal Dragon, GR. I always want to say Garunix. Ghost Rare version of Ren's Flare Metal Dragon. Mark Crystal's cards roughly around $29. And there it is right there, unlimited. Hey, 29. First edition's around 50s. Pay up. There's a couple of 50s over here. There's two 50s over here. After that one's gone, it's going to be hitting ropes near $60 for Ren's Flare Metal Dragon. Obviously, it's for collectability. Someone asked me about Ghost Rares yesterday on Market Watch. That was one of the common questions. And if you guys want to see that, please watch that video yesterday. But what I basically said was, when you got a guy who says near mint, you got to find your one guy who has the Ghost Rares at near mint. And it's kind of like a mechanic, and that's your guy. And I feel like that's the same thing with Ren's Flare Metal Dragon, because some stores will say near mint, and these cards are, oh my god, Clash of Rebellions is probably has the worst Ghost Rares. Even though they're the most beautiful looking Ghost Rares, they're the worst because they are so weak. You can just do one of these with a finger, and you'll start seeing scratch marks on them. It's terrible. But if you go find a store that sells near mint versions of these Ghost Rares at first edition, and you are a collector, that's your store. Moving forward, the Transmigration Prophecy. So the market price of this card is roughly around $4. Looking at it, unlimited lightly played is $1. Going over on page 2. It quickly scales up. First edition versions are hitting almost near $5 for this card. The reason I'm pointing this card specifically out, because unlike the other cards, and probably the rest of these cards I'll talk about right here, this card recently saw a meta play in California at the 500-man regionals, 10 rounds. This card saw play in Altergeist. Brought that play, I believe it was top 8 or top 16 or whatever it was. But he ran 3 of these in the main. Loved the card, he said. I'm not a big fan of it, but hey, select 2 cards from the graveyard, shuffle them in the owner's deck. That's it. That's all that needs to be done. You play against strikers, what are you targeting? I'm joking, it goes back into the deck. You play against Orcus, that's hilarious, put it back in the deck. Just almost anything, really. You play against even 2 Dracos, and they try to use that thing that they add 3 Disciples. Yeah, Disciples are 2 Dracos. You go, hey, put 2 of them in the deck. I'm not sure if that really works, but hey, more ways to stop people to doing bad things. I like this card. I just don't think it's good. I'm not sure I want to play it. Though I will say, first version of Transmigration Prophecies were $1. $1 binder special. I own one of them that I remember buying in a $1 binder. This is why it's so important to look at $1 binders. They're literally a gold mine for the future. Up next, guys, Dark Calling. Because hero players don't care about what you think. Hero players, there's a hero card coming out. Well, I don't even know what it does. I'm just going to close my eyes and start buying hero. You know, that's what they do. Anyway, Dark Calling has actually 2 printings. Came out in Duelist Pack 6, Jade and Yuki 3. Market price of that card's roughly around $13. You can see a near mint version, unlimited, about $14, higher than the straight out market price. And then you got the other rare version from Legendary Collection 2. Well, that one's going up in value as well. Let's just click on it because I guarantee this is going to be different. Market price of Dark Calling for Legendary Collection 2 is $2. $3, I'm sorry. And then you got Lightning Plate Unlimited around 9s. First edition roughly around $9 as well for this card. Just, okay, let's do that. We're not done yet. Evil heroes, because once again, hero players just randomly grab cards. This is why I say about Shrouds so much, because Shrouds make sense and there's cards that don't make sense, and eventually when it hits Shrouds, it's going to go up higher than the cards that don't make sense. But when they hit the cards that don't make sense, they take cards like this that are $3 and put them up to $10, and they just look at you like, it's because heroes, man. Hero Inferno Prodigy has 2 printings. Both market prices roughly around $3. The rare version is hitting around $9 to $10 for the rare version. You can see over here. And the super rare version, the super rare version is also hitting about, it's a little bit above actually. That was yesterday's prices. It's actually around $11 to almost near $12 to $13. It quickly goes up to $20 though. I will say there's no walls. But yeah, it's almost the same value as the rare. Yesterday was exactly the same value as the rare. Today is just, you know, people realize super rare might be worth a little bit more. Moving forward in the market, guys, Typhoon. Oh, yeah, I forgot this is a meta card, isn't it? Typhoon's a card that's just constantly maintaining its high value. Whereas the Battle Pack 3 common versions are hitting around $6. Or if it's super rare versions, there's $11 markup on them. And, I mean, you got a lot, you play on limit over here for 9s. After that, it hits around $12 for Typhoons. It's a really good card. And even if you're watching this video and you're going, well, V, I tapped out because it was... This is a good card because it's a card that you can hit a Babble on your opponent's turn. Most people that play Orcus actually want to go for Babble first turn and then Crescendo by using Babble's effect at the end of the turn. If anyone ever played Orcus, that's what you do. And what you do is you just Typhoon their Babble and they end their turn. And they have 2 two negates in the background that you got to get by. After that, you're good to go. This card actually might start going higher in value, is what I'm trying to say. It only has 2 print things, and it's showing meta relevance. Retort isn't showing no relevance. Retort is a card that was secret rare that came out in Abyss Rising. Secret rare. That's it. One time. Done. And it went back down in value. And here's why I am talking about it. Because if it does go up in value, it's a card you're going to want to grab. I actually have about 6 or 9 of these, I think. Place it out on limits. I know. I just yuck. When your opponent activates a spell trap card with the same name as the one in your graveyard, negate the activation. And if you do, destroy that card. Then you can add 1 card with that name from your graveyard to your hand. Now, before you go, V, this card's trash, you're trash. Listen, I like Retort, and a Retort has rarely seen play. But in times it's seen play is in a heavy tier 1 meta deck format, in which the meta decks in that tier 1 were beyond anything else. There wasn't a 1.5, there wasn't a tier 2, it was these 3 decks are tier 1, everything else is a joke and a bad one. And the reason why Retort is such a good card still is because when you play in the mirror match with those meta decks, you blow them out the water game 2 and 3. I think it was, what was it, when Monarchs was like the best deck, Domain Monarchs, you would side on Retort, because if you won first turn, when your opponent started doing a turn, you retort one of their cards, preferably Pantheism, and then you add one of your own Pantheisms. Life is pretty good. Listen, this card might not see play for a long time, but I think it's inevitable that this card will see play in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! With that said, market price of this card is roughly around $2, and besides these other damage runs, near mint is about $2 for near mint. First editions, also you got one over here for $2. I'm sorry, 2 of these for $2. As far as on page 2, finding more first editions, you got them up to as well as $2 over here. Guys, this is not going to last long. This card will go back up in value the minute you players realize, hey, this fits in X meta because it might see play. I'm just saying, you grab these if you want, or not grab these. Solo print from Abyss Rising, you know, that said that had all that Mermail stuff in it, or spellbooks and Madoches. It's a pretty good sleeper, and this is a set in which random cards like the Ultimate Rares or Secret Rare Megalos or Ultra Rare Fates are high in value. Basically, Abyss Rising is starting to become like a money set. I mean, you can say it kind of is. My retort would be Fate and Tiramisu are Ultimate Rares, so it's not as easy to get these. But from here on in, from right here, there's value. There's still good value. And I think that we're not done seeing the value of this set. I think we're going to see other cards, and I think Retort is definitely one of them. Venominion. Venominion. Someone's going to type in the comments below. V, it's blah, blah. I just don't care. I don't care. I'll be honest. I don't care. Whatever you just said, I just don't care. People try to correct me on my own. Actually, the card's pronounced. I don't give a crap, guys. I'm sorry. Of the king of points and the snakes, ultimate rare, come on from Tactical Evolution. Oh, this card. This card is a $3 market price. Bink, and it's not that. Unlimited, about $33. Well, what's first edition? Well, it's not. It's just not there. This is more of a collector's card, to be honest with you. I don't think this card's going to do anything, but I will say that Konami has done nothing, and I mean nothing. And the Konami you're watching, hi, you've done nothing with Reptiles. You brought them in here, you got us excited about Venomnogonons. They were trash, but fun. Fun trash. I'm cool with fun trash. You have other insane cards like Snake It Rain, baby. I know it says Snake Rain, but I like to add it. Anyway, discard one card from your hand, select 4 Reptile-type monsters from your deck and send them to the graveyard. But like, this is going to be a huge money card, because it's a rare that only came out in Tactical Evolution. It's for us currently the market price. Let you play first editions are roughly around $4. After that one's gone, the next first edition versions are hitting almost near $5. Yeah, Snake It Rain, baby, is going to be a good card. I think it's going to be a good card. The minute Konami realizes, oh right, we have Reptiles, and they just start making stuff for Reptiles. I don't know, I just like this card. The only way this card could be even better if it was a quick play spell. I don't know why, just make it a little faster, make it a little more fun. Then we have Aquarian Alessa, Ultimate Rare, Tactical Evolution. Once again, market price has the card roughly around $1, and looking at it, you got Unlimited over here for about $2. Another that you play is about $2. Versions are $9. You know, quick little jump off. Random cards like this have crazy high value, and this is why I always emphasize going on first editions, because when you see something like this and you see an Unlimited version, some people opt to go, well, I don't care, I'll get Unlimited. At least I have an ulti. And they're not wrong. They're buying $1 card, and hey, it's $2. It could definitely go higher in value in the future. But what they're completely wrong about is it saying Ultimate, Unlimited, and First Edition aren't that big of a difference. I've seen a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players, and I mean a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players tell me this. I don't care, man. I'll get Unlimited. Alright, you don't care about your value because the first editions are selling for 9s now. We're on limited 2s. A bit of a difference, especially if you bought them in 3s. If you are on 9'd, a bigger difference. Then we have Plague Wolf. Came out in Force of the Breakers. There's other versions I'll show you in a second, but the market price of this card is about $3. And looking at it, guys, Unlimited's about 4s. Let's see about first edition versions. Or about 9. You got a near mint one? $38. No one's paying that price. But $9 for Plague Wolf from Force of the Breaker Secret Rare. Like I said, there's other versions. It came out common, legendary, full Joey's collection. Structure deck has a common. All this is it's just common everywhere else except Secret Rare, which comes on Force of the Breakers. This was a collector's card, a collector's Secret Rare, and if you have a near mint version, it's $38. Realistically, it's about $9. So yeah, it's Plague Wolf. And then you have other cards like Machine Duplication. A card, man, for as much as I said that I was going to do meta cards, these are pretty meta, aren't they? I totally forgot about some of these cards. Machine Duplication is about $22 in the market, okay? But when you look at Machine Duplication, and you look at, and hold on a second. When you look at the lightly played versions, which is going to be on page 3, I think, right? Lightly played, this one over here is about $16, $17 roughly. You got, right there, boom, $16, $17. First editions, it's about, by the way, the next lightly played is about $19, and then right into first editions, which is about $22. Machine Duplication has previously shown meta play, and I think in the future it's kind of easy to say that, yeah, it's going to show meta play in the future. What it's definitely going to show you more so is high value, because, you know, Rise of Destiny, you just can't go to your store and crack any more of those packs. So I think Machine Duplication is going to be even more harder card to find. So what I recommend for you guys is grab these and hold these as much as possible. These are great cards to go in. I know they're high valued cards, but they're worth it. They have that potential of going up higher in the market. And even in a dead season where these cards might dip a little bit lower in value, the availability of Machine Duplication Ultimate Rare is so nominal, it's just hard not to just go and grab more. We have other cards like number 32, Shark Drake Ultimate Rare. Market price has the cards roughly around $3. Unlimited versions, so almost say 4s because the new shipping policy. Thank you for that, DCG player. And there's no first editions, just absolutely none. If you have first edition version of those cards, it's like what's $5,000? All right, it's $5,000, whatever the price is. But number 32, Shark Drake, yeah, there's no first edition versions. It's kind of weird. Raid Raptor Fortress is another card I actually kind of like. I like it because, one, it's casual, because Raid Raptors and Blackwings, my babies, Blackwings. But two, this card has great potential. You got MX7 Invoker, a card in which does almost the same thing, where you attach and you add something, in which this does the same exact thing, when insanely high in value the minute it saw meta play. The second it saw meta play, it spiked to incredible numbers. Before then, it was a $4 card. Well, looking at Raid Raptor Fortress, market price of this card roughly around $6. Light play versions are around $5. It's a little bit under its market price, by a little bit, and I think that Raid Raptor Fortress will definitely be a card that will go higher in value the minute a deck that comes out that utilizes this card. If it utilizes almost the same way as we saw with that other card, I think Raid Raptor Fortress can hit $60. It's happened in the past with other cards like MX7 Invoker. I think it's silly to say that a card that almost does the same exact thing except gives an attack boost won't go up in value. I think this card easily will. And this card has multiple printings already. It does have an ultra rare printing that came out Battle's Legends Light's Revenge, but even that, there's not many of these on the market. And this card's already a $2 card. Once again, thank you, new TCG shipping policy. So yeah, I just think the Secret version is really good. I have, I think, like 3 of these in my deck, so I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh nerd, and my little deck horse. Up next, guys, let's talk about Legendary Dragon of White, Legendary Magician of Dark. These cards are creeping in value. There's 16 versions of this over here. Prismatic Secret Rares, by the way, came out in World Superstars, the Prismatic Secret Rare set. You got 16 prices, you got 17 prices. These cards are super duper huge. If you're a collector and you don't have these, you're not a collector. I'm just throwing it out there because, one, these are going to be hard to get and insanely high in value. They both say this card cannot be used in any official duel, and that belongs in a small a selection of few cards that are out in circulation. I think Victory Dragon says it too. Nevertheless, cards are out in circulation that I rarely say this, that are like English speaking cards, and these cards are just silly cards. I mean, to bring this out, you need 3 level 8 monsters. I do think someone will someone will try. This is what I think the reason why this can be used in a duel, because somewhere at some region, someone's gonna attack with this in game 1 and smack somebody one time, and it's gonna get him to win. I really do think that could be a thing, and maybe trains. I don't know, but nevertheless, looking at Legendary Magician of White and Legendary Magician of Dark, it's crazy, Paisanos. Like these cards are just absolutely silly cards. But they maintain relatively small value currently. The market price of Legendary Dragon of White, by the way, is $20, and when we look at it, it's right here, $14. Near mint version is gonna run you about still that high value because once again, if you look at collector stuff, you want to look at it as a near mint. You can get a lightly played, but realistically, you want a near mint. You want to double sleeve that bad boy, put it away. If you have any of those like hardcore thick cases, I don't have it on me, but I'll show you some. There's actually Konami thick cases you can buy. You can put it in that, which looks really cool. Legendary Magician and Darklord cards roughly around $13. Lightly played is around $11, and then first edition also goes back to, starts hitting up to upwards of $14. And there's not many walls, by the way. Page 1 doesn't have any walls. Page 2, okay, there's a wall 18. God damn, this guy's crazy. Page 1, not many walls. Page 2, 18 again. And still, I don't know. I just think this card's a really good card. I own one of each, by the way, in case someone goes, well, V's trying to juice. I own one of each because I just like the card. Comic question of the day comes down from Paisano Clementine. He says, do you recommend investing in some of the not so great cards like Ghost Spell and others that may not be looked at right now, or would those cards will always be invaluable? Thank you for your consistent great content. My boyfriend, I love your video. Adorable Clementine. Thank you, Paisano Clementine. Thank you to Paisano Clementine's boyfriend, who doesn't watch his video as much as Clementine. Anyway, so yes, I do, but not at the moment. See, Ghost Spell and Haunted Mansion is still a relatively new card. I know you're gonna go, V, it's been out for like a year. It's still really new. These cards I just mentioned, all up here, they're not that new for the most part. Like Machine Duplication, it's not been out in the past year. You can say, V, the reprint hasn't, totally fine. The good version, the original print, high rarity version, that is what I'm trying to get at. And when Ghost Spell Haunted Mansion, it's the highest rarity version, secret rare, but it's still with a good amount of cash. Wait, it's gonna go down in value, and then, yeah, absolutely, I'm doing the same thing, by the way. I want to grab Ghost Spell Haunted Mansion. I want to grab it because I like playing Prank Kids, and it's not actually not used in Prank Kids. I'm just not gonna pay any amount of that kind of money for Ghost Spell Haunted Mansion, being the fact that the card's still, in my eyes, very expensive for a card that's going to do nothing to meta. Also, anyone else feel like we have a lot of hand traps in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! And Konami could just go like this and release stuff to just destroy hand traps? Anyone else besides me feel that? Now, I'm not talking about hand traps like Infinite Permanents and Evenly Match. I'm talking about monsters that call themselves hand traps, like Ash Blossom and Effect Veiler. So I do think that Ghost Spell Haunted Mansion is going to tank in value the minute Konami's bored of hand traps. The minute they're like, we're just done with hand traps, they just crap on them and laugh at them, and that's the end of it. Paisano Joey says, do you find TCG players' fees unreasonable? I want to say yes, but at the same time, it's annoying. It's annoying because we have to look at some of these cards. You can see it over here. And it has all this crap on it for a card. I don't like the added stuff on it. I think this should all be nominal. I think this all should be $2.85 plus 78 cents shipping. The free shipping of $5 is something I think TCG players should just get rid of, being the fact that they should put it on their main page. So when people click on their website, they go free shipping of $5 like other sites do, and just make it nominal so it makes it easier to for people to understand and for people to see, and it makes it easier for me to do my market watches. And look, it's Jon Snow. But yeah, I think that should be done because I really do hate this. You know what I'm saying, Paisan? I really don't like all this crap on it. Now, as far as the 78 cent shipping, to be honest with you, as a seller who sells low valued cards, that's annoying too, because the stamp's like 40 cents, 45 cents. And if you have a card that's like, let's say like 10 cents on the market, or a bunch of 10-cent cards, someone could buy that. Yeah, they'll pay $1, which is pretty stupid anyway. But the shipping now, you're gonna pay, let's say they pay $1. If you sell that 5-cent card, let's say it is 5 cents plus the 40-cent stamp, you're making, if after teaching seller fees, like 20 cents. So all the time you have to go and grab the card, cut the card in a top loader, put the card top loader, depending how you do it, in one of these team bags, which these are. I highly recommend you guys get these. Put in one of these, put that bad boy in an envelope, slap it with a stamp, send it out. It's just not my time. It's not worth my time. So it kills selling low value cards for like 5 and 10 cents, in which people would use in the past will just go to you and just buy a ton of these cards. So you make a big sale. They're happy because they got a lot of cards, a lot of bang for their buck. Everyone's happy. TCG Play gets to go in there and rip some fees at you, which are getting more and more exorbitant, by the way. The fees should be a lot lower, I feel like. But I don't know, that's not me. If you feel the same, let me know, comment down below. But their fees are getting a little bit higher. Anyway, but yeah, you have to do all this stuff. And let's say the guy just goes, I don't want the card anymore. Send it back. Well, then you're out 50 cents. And you can go, well, V, it's only 50 cents. Sure. But it's money you lost on a dumb policy. So I don't like that. As far as free shipping over $5, sure. Every other website does things like this. They do free shipping over $25 or $20. My friends over at Toronto, that's almost the same policy. I don't blame them. I think it works great. So I totally agree with that. But yeah, no, the 7-day shipping, I'm not a big fan. I'm not on board. Maybe my opinion will change as it currently stands, Paisano. I'm not a big fan of that. Let's do another one. James Hill says, Paisano James, okay? Hashtag Q for V. Hey V, how long do you think will all the hand traps? Well, I already answered, I think. Okay. Well, for like no material goes to ogre. Oh, even just in general value. I think Konami's really promoting hand traps because they found like a good thing to throw in the game. Another element that changed the way Yu-Gi-Oh players view Yu-Gi-Oh, and I think that's just a chip that they could just always throw away. We always had metas in which we had like really weird things happening, where people play spam decks, which got answered by cards like Drone, Lockbird, and Maxi, which are the hand traps to control the spam decks. And now we have a meta in which we have a ton of hand traps, and I think Konami, whether it's, I'm not sure, I don't think they're gonna just outright kill all hand traps, but definitely find ways to limit the amount of the hand traps that people are playing. And I do think that is going to gonna really modify the value of these hand traps that are out there. As far as Ghost Ogre OT, I don't think it's gonna go down. I mean, it's not gonna go down in value. Let's be honest. Unless Konami make reprints OT sets, I don't think the OT versions of these hand traps are gonna tank in value. They might go down in value, sure, but they're not gonna tank anywhere near as what they. The first edition OT effect failure was $28. Go back to one of my old market watches. I talk about it. Talk about how amazing that is. $28. I don't think it's gonna hit $28 again. I highly doubt it. If it does, I'd be very shocked. We're seeing other stuff like, once again, Battle Fader. It's not really a hand trap, but kind of is a hand trap, so let's call it a hand trap. The card hit some pretty dumb numbers. This guy doesn't have a comment attached to QVV, but let's really mess with this kid. Coltrane. Okay, it says this is my 5th time telling you. My 5th time. Pay attention. Pot of Extravagance is expensive because Savage Strike isn't going to be in the Megatons. Topping decks aren't actually using this pot. They're using other draw power. So stop trying to inflate it. Listen, Coltrane. Okay? After your mom's made you breakfast, you go back down to your basement. Take off your full body pajamas. You put your short shorts on and some weeaboo anime shirt on. And you grease your ponytail because you think that's cool. Just gotta make sure it doesn't get the grease gonna get in your fedora. Pot of Extravagance is seen play because it's seen play. Yes, we know it's not gonna be in the Megatons, but does that mean it's not gonna be in the Battles of Legends set this year? Oh no, we don't know that. Okay, do we know it's gonna get hit by bans? Oh, we don't know that. Do we know if there's any reprint that's gonna be re-releasing Pot of Extravagance? Oh, we don't know that. Do we know if any other subset is gonna release Pot of Extravagance in there? Oh, we don't know that. So you're saying so what I'm saying is Pot of Extravagance can be reprinted relatively easily by Konami to pump up a bad set. They've done it in the past with good cards, but you're saying it's only because it's not going to be in the Megatons. So you don't know that. Also, Pot of Extravagance is seeing meta play. Coltrane and no idea locals, you got these amazing tier 1 meta decks like Fluffles, decks like Jamas, and you're just getting smacked around because you're playing some other dank ass deck like Cloudians and Watts, your 20-man locals the other week. The guy played in the Magic Gathering sleeves because he's an idiot, but he's the first best player in the locals. So I get it. But Pot of Extravagance, Coltrane. Hopefully I don't lose a sub over this. I'm joking. Pot of Extravagance is good because it's seeing meta play. That's it. Also, yeah, it's maintaining high value, but after national season, cards tank in value. So it's going to go down in value. So I'm not hyping a card. I've been saying it's going to go back down in value after nationals. I don't care about Pot of Extravagance. I don't own 50 of these. I own 3 of these that I'm personally playing with. And if I wanted to sell these, I could do it right now, but I'm not going to, Coltrane. So you go back to your little locals, hop in your mom's minivan, drive down there, okay? Pick up your little buddy, joke around, snicker about Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime brains crap that nobody watches, and you hang out. You're not even a good troll. Let me go to a good troll. Paisano Daniel. By the way, thank you for the question, Paisano Coltrane. I like this guy. I'm just busting his balls. I don't care either way. This guy's a dumbass though. Paisano Daniel says, OTs suck. To use good, to sell to dumb rarity whores. This guy's a master of grammar. Cherries suck and pot of S period. LS. A must if you care about extra deck like me. I use random fusion. No one will have LMFAO. You brag a lot and you think you know it all. Well, I know how to type in a cohesive sentence. Listen, man. I see what you're trying to say. You're saying OT suck. and it sells dumb rarity horrors. Okay, that's fine. Do me a favor and look at every competitive Yu-Gi-Oh player that's a high tier Yu-Gi-Oh player, just the top tier Yu-Gi-Oh players, and let me know how many gold rares and commons they use. And that's not even just for them. You know what I'm saying? That's what they use because they prefer that. I like high rarity. One, because I can, for the first time in my life, well, not the first time, but for a good while, realistically afford high rarity, which I used to not be able to. I used to use common to gold rare, hated it, but I used to use it. But, you know, being able to afford it. And I'll throw it this way. And you're going to say no if I was to ask you this question because you want to be that guy, but you're an idiot because everyone else would say yes. And here's how it goes. Here's the question. If I give you $1 million, would you keep your car? The answer is no. Anyone says yes, yeah, I would keep my car. $1 million to buy whatever car you want, but it has to go for a car. Would you keep your car? Yeah, I would keep my '89 Toyota Tercel. I've really grown I like it. I love guessing the gas gauge because it's broken and trying to start up 3 or 4 times. No, you wouldn't. Don't lie. You wouldn't. You would get a Maserati, Ferrari, and have nothing but bitches in it, and it'd be amazing. So what I say by that is, if you have the extra money to put towards this card game, would you put it to the higher rarity, or would you stick with commons in a dank-ass deck box wrapped around with tape? And some people might go, I'll have the deck box wrapped around tape in the commons. I'm unique. Adorable princess. You wouldn't, though. You really wouldn't. You would have the nicest things, because having nice things makes people feel good. And I know some people go, well, I don't need nice things in life, and that's fine, that's notable. In certain things in life, I'm in the way myself like that. When it comes down to Yu-Gi-Oh, in which you always wanted to have nice things, because the game is designed to make sure that you want the nicer things. Like, I'll give you a great example. You can play Upstart or Phantasme. Well, they say draw. Oh wait, because one's better, one's also high rarity and harder to get and nicer in general by definition. In that case, yeah, you want the nicer things. Everyone wants nicer things, and it's no big deal if you don't want the nicer things. Once again, I was at a point in my life where I couldn't get these high value cards. I played dank ass decks, and I was doing pretty good. I played Watts. I just made fun of them. I played the deck, Watlock baby, and I still have that deck, by the way. So I understand that. But if you're in a situation in life in which you have extra couple of bucks to buy something nicer, you're gonna do it as far as rarity whores. So by calling rarity whores dumb rarity whores, it's just saying, you know, you're just insulting people that have the ability to get something that you don't have the ability to, obviously. That's what it comes down to. Cherry sucks, okay? I mean, once again, in your deck, nobody needs to cherries you because you don't have extra deck. I'm trying to decipher this kid's Da Vinci Code of stupidity. Random fusion nobody will have. You brag a lot and you think you know it all. I never claim to know it all. I really don't claim to know it all in this game. I never claim to know anything in my marker watches. In fact, I actually put, and I'm sure people ever read this, a disclaimer in my marker watches. You buy these cards at your own risk by watching this video. You don't have to buy any cards whatsoever. Any information in this video is based on pure speculation. Advice given in this video is speculative or by opinion. That's it. I just think these cards are gonna be good. I just feel like this is going to be good cards. I never say I know these cards. No. I mean, it's hard to 100% guarantee something in Yu-Gi-Oh! In which the game constantly changes. So thank you for your question, Paisan Dan. You know what? Come on in, buddy. Thank you for your question. I appreciate your question. Okay? Don't worry about it. Anyway, guys, I really appreciate you Paisans watching my video. Thank you so much for subscribing. Maybe it's because of the heavy rain that's happening today. I think we had like tornadoes or rain over here in Kentucky. I'm just in like a bleh mood. But thank you so much, guys. Seriously. I really do appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Thank you, Paisan and Nick. And thank you, everybody watching my videos. Seriously, thank you to Daniel. And even though I just trashed on you, Coltrane, seriously, thanks, man. Hang out with me. Chill out. If you want to tell me a 6th time, go ahead and tell me a 6th time about Pot of Extravagance. Because obviously you're so heavily invested in this card. I really appreciate you guys watching my video. Please, make sure to subscribe, Paisans. Hit the like button. Comment down below. Coltrane, hop on the V train, and become a Paisano. And I'll see you guys in my next marker watch, which is going to be that much more amazing. As well as they all are. See you later, Paisanos.